5,140 pounds and exceptionally well-kept J-Feather 23J just came in here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Whoever owned this knew what they were doing, and they took just exceptionally great care of this thing. They also put some nice money into it. They upgraded all the lights to LED. They put the protective slide awning on it. A couple other little odds and ends. Just really in absolute dynamite shape and condition. The bed ends are not molded up. There's no leaks. Everything works. If what you're looking for is like you're trying to get out of a pop-up, or you're looking for your first camper and you have a limited tow capacity or a size restriction, this is just going to be an easy open and shut case for an awesome option for you right here. Chances are, if you're looking at a hybrid, you're looking to do some traveling, and travel accessibility is then a concern you might have. And right now the slide out is closed. You can see the actual side of the slide right there, and you can see that you don't have to do any funky travel trailer two-stepping to get through here. This is very simply, very easily, fully accessible. All of the kitchen, all of the storage, even the bathroom here, you can get to everything while you're going down the road, whether you're going to make a travel stop or if you're just going to get it packed up, in the backyard before you leave. As if the first impression on the outside wasn't enough to kind of clue you in on the fact that this has been exceptionally well kept, when you open her up inside, it's just even more readily apparent. Little things like this, I see this and I'm like, oh, these are people who really, really take pride in their RV. They swapped out all the original incandescent bulbs for aftermarket LEDs, and they did that through the whole coach, not just like as one or two lights burned out. These have all been replaced, even the supplementary lights like above the sofa or dinette seating. So they went through and they just did a couple little simple smart things to kind of update this, and it is beautiful. Now, everybody and their brother, whether it's Rockwood, Passport, Jayco here, has built floor plans like this, and I never understood why this one was not just one of the screaming most popular hybrids out there. Because two things hybrids are not really known for is a good kitchen and lots of storage. And the two things this one does very well is a good kitchen and lots of storage. Now, good indicators to me, all the original electronics are present and accounted for. DVD, stereo down there. All the original owner's manuals are present and accounted for. We've got the dual bunk and fan lights are still with us here that came with this brand new from Jayco when she was first built. Everything on this is just in ace condition. I can't find anything. I'm not even finding like scuffed cabinets that concern me. Previous owners added just an extra little like coat hanger rack. Actually, no, that is Jayco standard. That's Jayco work right there. And starting with the trend of lots of storage, I like that we either have like a coat closet right by the entry door, which, I mean, how uncommon is that in any camper, let alone a hybrid? I wish it was just standard across the board. And extra little pockets here under the foot of that master bed. But you're going to see that that's not even an ounce of the total storage capacity that we have going on here. So this is a classic ultralight sofa galley super slide. That's pretty common construction styling that we're looking at here. And the reason that they did this is it allowed them to use a lighter weight, more shallow slide out that still just dramatically opened up the floor plan. But there's a major benefit to this style of construction I don't know that everyone necessarily appreciates. And that is the fact that by putting the kitchen over here, it leaves this wall open for these big double breeze-through windows with pleated nightshades around this extra large U-dinette. We'll come back to that in a second though. So, by putting the kitchen in the slide-out, it creates about 8 to 12 inches of additional countertop space back here that is perfect for things like appliances, coffee makers, blenders, etc. And you notice how that extra shelf up there also has a set of appliance outlets, and there's an additional set of appliance outlets under those cabinets right there. But it also has a deceptive amount of storage. If you take a look in the upper left, you see that starting with those upper cabinets, and this is all pocket screwed, nicer cabinetry, not particle board with staples. And as we swing down, you've got a couple kitchen drawers. Now someone's going to wonder, why didn't they put more drawers? Like, why are the drawers near the floor? And the answer is the sink. The sink is a big, deep sink, and it sticks down far enough that they had to put the drawers down a little low. But the fact is, some hybrids don't have any drawers, and this one has a couple. And you've got that huge countertop under the sink access storage compartment right there. So they've done just a great job of really putting a lot into a little space. Now over here, more storage with the full overhead cabinetry here, but I like that we're getting storage and windows and not one or the other. Now here at this dinette, this can fold down into like a 7-foot long adult sleeper. This is an exceptionally large dinette. And you notice that it's very easy to get to the storage of it too, because we have storage doors on the ends of the dinette, but this whole middle section is actually a drawer in and of itself. You see that silvery handle looking at you right there. So you can get to all of the dinette storage without having to take out the table, take out the cushions, take out the cushion decking, and I mean, you know, it's simpler. An easy thing to miss on this one too, because it kind of hides behind the wall of this, is the extra storage they even have below the refrigerator. They just didn't waste an ounce of space in this one. They did everything they could. Now, over here, you see these big cabinet closet arrays. Once again, if you take a look in the upper right this time, you can see that they're just pure, unadulterated storage. And this is really the same cabinet closet arrangement that has made the Jayfeather X23B still very popular and successful in the marketplace today, a model that we still carry here at Haylett RV. Quick peek at the rear bed. There's not a whole lot to look at back here. Again, you got your bunk fan lights. I wanted to leave this set of the bed cushions flipped up, though, so you can see, like, if the kids are wet or something like that and it's time for them to go to bed, basically you can flip this over, and this can be, instead of a cloth top, it can be a leatherette top. So it's actually like a two-way bedding situation right here. The extra little, you know, nook and cranny storage up here, you know, the question here is, what can you do with this? And the answer is, I don't know, a little bit of anything, and the fact is they just didn't waste it. But over here, the bathroom. It's small, but it's very well executed and very well appointed. So we've got plenty of legroom and plenty of standing room for a bigger person like me to either sit at the toilet, or when I get out of the shower, I can actually stand up and get dressed, or I can change my clothes in here with a little bit of privacy. As we move up, you see we do have a full shower surround panel, as well as a dedicated skylight and separate bathroom fan. And not only that, but it's also the bigger, like, you know, fantastic Creative Breeze, whatever you want to call it, max air type fan, the bigger fan to give you maximum airflow. Now, simple ultralight hybrids like this, sometimes we'll have just a mirror. This has it does have a mirror, but it's also a medicine cabinet above the sink here. So you do have a place to keep things like your, you know, toiletries or shavers or toothbrushes and stuff, so that it's not occupying the precious amount of countertop space we do have available here to us. But I can't get over the fact that every ounce of this floor is shining and gleaming. The countertops are clean. The cushions are not broken down and scarred and tangled and ripped up. This has been used, but exceptionally well kept by the previous owners. So like I mentioned earlier when we first got started, they never like put the bed ends away when it was wet. Everything's aired out. These, not only are they like snag and puncture free, there's no molding, there's no spotting, everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Now in more common times, the locks for those bed ends are actually down a little bit lower where they're easier to get to. Like these bed end locks, they're up a little bit high, and pardon the umbrella peeking down, it's a little bit drizzly currently. So I know it has no leaks. But older campers like this, one of the areas where Jayco is really good is making that easy to reach is they put this little movable step that can just simply pull out of that slot right there, and there's a matching slot on the other side of the camper to make this easy. Well, there goes another one right there. Congratulations to those folks on their new used camper at Haylett RV. The slide awning I mentioned earlier, that is not an inexpensive item to add to a trailer. So there's multiple hundreds of dollars, pretty close to $1,000 of upgrade accessories right there that you're going to enjoy, but not have to pay for, and that ain't all bad. The skin is clean, the skin is gleaming. Let me get up here where you can really see that. There's no sun fading or weather checking or decal cracking or oxidation. It looks like a mirror on the side of this. Now, under the sofa and behind the kitchen counter, because that has that really deep kitchen counter, remember, they put storage doors to be able to get to some of that so that you don't have to like crawl on your hands and knees and go all the way up to your belly inside of a storage compartment to be able to get to everything. We do have an outside shower back here, you know, our cable hookups, all the simple stuff there. This was built during the time when Jayfeathers were 100% aluminum framed and laminated, which is part of the reason this thing has that nice big slide, but it doesn't have a nice big weight category on it. They put a very generous size awning on this. Under the awning, you do have outside speakers, and that is a power awning, by the way. At the time this was built, that was still kind of a 50-50 thing that you'd find in the market. Far more common now, of course. It does have an outside grill hookup, though I haven't located an outside grill with it. Very above average chance. This one didn't have one when it was first made. Spare tire looks good. The main tires look good. They added the folding door handle. They added the little pull handle on the screen door so you don't have to rip the sliding panel off the screen door to close the door. This is what you're looking for in a used camper, guys. This is everything you want to find in a used RV right here. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. We do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between. And with that, take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.